So, good evening, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Just Not an Architect, the series which was launched by IDAC and which is moderated by Architect Milind Pai, Architect Gautam Naik, Architect KETAN Seth, and Architect KETAN JAWDEKAR. I believe, Ketan, you are also an architect. Though you say you are an interior designer, but I believe you are also an architect. That's why I said architect. And in this series, we feature the personalities who have ventured out of their regular routine of architecture and go out of the way to pursue their passions. This time we have with us Architect Chandrashekhar Wyawahare, who is just not an architect, but way beyond that. He's an industrial designer, a product designer. And by the way, if you are not comfortable with English, he can converse you with any of the languages because he speaks almost around 6 to 8 languages. So if you don't understand English, you can ask him questions in any other languages. So welcome, Chandrashekhar. Welcome to Just Not an Architect.
Thank you, Ketan. Pleasure to be on IDAC.
Pleasure here. So I think Ketan, you should start asking him.
Yes. After this wonderful introduction, Chandu, I have a very important few questions from my end and as well as Ketan's end as well. So to start with, what is industrial design? As Ketan has mentioned, we really would like to know what is industrial design and what type of courses available if somebody wants to pursue in industrial design.
Yeah, so industrial design is a specialized course which started almost, I think it's a post-industrial revolution. There was the first school of design called Bauhaus, and subsequently another design school called Ulm. So in India, I would say that it is on more than plus 50 years, a place where I graduated from IIT Bombay. It celebrated 50 years of industrial design as an institute last year. It's a specialized course where it was an outcome of industrial revolution, where designers and architects actually looked at specializing in objects which could be mass manufactured. So subsequently, if you look at anything which is mass manufactured, has to undergo designers' purview and engineers' purview for large-scale production. So that's, in the gist of it, is what I can tell you about what is industrial design.
Oh, that's great. So now, Chandu, I have another question, very important question according to me. You were an artist from your young age and sculptor too. So how much of that motivated you to pursue your decision to take an architecture stream?
Well, it does help me. I had a little technical bent of mind also. So I was very inquisitive in terms of, like every other architect, I would say, is very curious to know what's happening around him. And so it's an amalgamation of two sides, like, you are a technical side and you actually have a sensitivity towards art and architecture. This was like a biggest trigger for me to take up architecture. And architecture, because it's a wholesome, it's mother of all art. And that's what helped me to get into the program, I would say.
Okay, great. And very important, what really made you think to get into industrial design for your masters? And can you throw some light on your journey?
Okay, so I have been toying with an idea for many years before even I got into architecture. Thing was to look at beyond buildings, but architecture was first love, so got into architecture. Over the years, when I realized that my buildings actually were looking very, very technical and had a very different perspective, it was kind of coming through me, inside me, and I felt like, okay, maybe let me just explore what is beyond this. And that's how Masters in Industrial Design happened. I took up the course to look at where can I go with the skill sets what I have. And because it's a very specialized course, it offers you very good mentorship. And that's how the journey began, I would say.
Wow.
I was fascinated by planes and steel plants. large cities, infrastructure projects, and it is, you can say it is beyond architecture, but a mix of engineering also. So maybe that
Correct.
could be the reason why I got into this.
Yes, I
But
agree.
like Ketan, you said, I was also amazed. Like way back in '94, you graduated in architecture. But '94, how did you come to know about industrial design course? And uh, I mean, what was your uh, basically? Was there any backing from your family, or how did you came to know about this course? I don't believe there was much of known institutes which were into industrial design.
Yeah, as you rightly said, Ketan. So there are only two. So when I was looking at doing this, 94, it was, you can say both the design schools had completed more than 25 years. So including NID Ahmedabad and IDC, they were almost like plus 20 years in design space. And there were very, very less number of schools. So, and it's a very niche school. So if you look at IIT Bombay, it only takes 15 students for industrial design. And I gave it a shot because I said, let me just figure it out. If I'm able to get through, nothing. I mean, it will be a great opportunity for me to explore. That time, yes, I completely agree because you can see digital media was not there. There's so many things which are not there. So in terms of information available today versus what happened during that time was completely different. I mean, today everything is available on internet. 94 there was no internet, so
And
so
it's
I
actually
gathered
commendable.
I
No,
gathered
it's commendable. I mean, I believe out of 15 seats, only 2 seats were reserved for architects, and there's 13 seats were for engineers. And you were
no,
one of the 2 architects selected all over India, I think. Oh, that's
no, nothing like that. It's a very open program. They look at people who look beyond engineering, and there are people who look up to beyond architecture. So it's an amalgamation of things. I had a very mixed batch, fantastic batch. So it's nothing to do with less number of seats for architects or anything like that. It's completely based on your creativity and what you bring to the table. So
but still 15 seats all over India, and you are one of them. Hats off. I mean, it's commendable. And what was your experience in IIT? How was it? Can you take us through some of the journey of your early days in IIT?
yeah, so that's the time when we can run the film, and so I'll show you some pictures of. So IDC was very interesting. 2 years of fabulous, different people, different mentors, top class designers mentoring you. Learning was the only thing you could do, and 2 years are too short for a master's. So you could imagine that we would like to capitalize on every minute what you had. So it's a mentorship program. So you have to be very, very immersed in what they teach you and what they take you through. So it's fabulous. I mean, amazing doing models and sketching continuously and crafting foam, and it's marvelous. So
Actually, you can tell us some of your friends who we can't actually see you here. Where exactly are you?
So I am one in the center on the left of the image with the glasses and with the arm around me. That's me with short hair. Those are the next images of batchmates and my seniors. I'm very close to my seniors, and
So you are the only
so
one
this
with
is
the
me.
specs at that time.
Sorry.
You are the only one with the specs that time in your that
No,
batch.
it's see, you get 2 years to experiment. You can feel like, so there's another image where I think so I have tied my hair. This is my second year, and fantastic again. These are again some pictures of mine, and the right hand side image, if you see, there is an extreme bright person. So he's also the founder at Future in Design, my batchmate from IIT Bombay.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's me now. So I'm a faculty. I'm a visiting faculty at IIT Bombay. I take specialized course. So that's one of my batches whom I taught a year and a half back.
So how is your teaching experience now? I mean, graduating from doing masters from IIT and now as a visiting faculty.
So what I firmly believed was going back to design school is very important because you are bringing what you have learned and you are learning on the process, and it is very important that you share your knowledge with aspiring designers. How does the industry work? Because the time when I joined, and last 25 years, the industry has changed dramatically. We have looked at the business in a very different way. So it's always good to go back and actually experiment with them, try what they want to learn. You can only share your you can share your knowledge. So that's quite an experience for me.
And
These are
I believe you have some of these mentors whom you look upon as
yeah. Yeah, there are some mentors whom I was I'm still in connect. I'm in touch with them. So architecture school, we had Shinder sir, Natkani sir at IIT Bombay, Gadde sir at architecture school, Professor Rao. They are fantastic designers and very good people to mentor you as a designer. And then I have Alexander Neumeister, with whom I worked in Germany. So I'm very close to his philosophy. And there are some, you can say there are umpteen number of mentors whom I really admire their work and I follow them. One of them is Dieter Ram. The second one is it's a Japanese textile fashion designer, Issey Miyake. I really like his experimental work, and so these are some of the faces who are constantly with me, behind me, mentoring me, you could say. Yeah.
Oh, this was wonderful knowing about Chandu, his education thing, IIT and IDC. Now let me talk little about his company known as Futuring Design. Futuring Design offers product development services to companies not only in our country, India, but in international market as well. Some of their products and clients include Godrej, Philips, Carlton, Nilkamal, Whirlpool, VIP, and there are many more like that. I would like to tell you here, there are so many products we are using on everyday basis at home. Some of them are like luggage, washing machine, locks and refrigerator. But do you want to know who has designed this? None other than architect Chandu. Chandu, can you please show some of your product slides and everything? And then I have one more question along with this.
Okay. So so we do a lot of packaging design. We do refrigerators, appliances. We do lighting design, products for home security. It's plethora of work in last 25 years. So this is in a gist of it what you could see possibly around you, which you can say has been designed by us.
Great, Chandu, amazing product. But I really want to know what really propelled you to start Futuring Design. Can you please explain?
For formative years, both me and Shantanu, we are founding. So both of us, we were working in VIP industries, and subsequently we left because we felt that there is enough and more opportunity to offer consulting business. We should start our consulting business and look for offering our services to was so opportunities, you could say, was one of the biggest thing. The market was growing, there a lot of need was changing, and people really wanted and perception about design was also there, and we wanted to bring products which mean a lot in terms of value propositions. So we started a consulting company in 1999.
Okay.
So slowly, like we have, so earlier it was just a pure industrial design consulting company. Subsequently, we became a product development company.
So you are 20 years old, young company.
20 years old company, yes. Absolutely.
Great.
And Chandu, one of your mission statement is that it's co-creating inspiring products to deliver value through your design. So what exactly is the value through your design? Can you throw some idea or throw some light on this mission statement?
Yes. So what we believe is co-creation is very important to develop good products, and good products, if they are functional and they solve, apart from solving a lot of consumer problems, but also facilitate good design, facilitate good manufacturing, if you are able to make products worthy of its price, that's a lot to the end consumer. So when we design products, we never say that it is just designed by us at Futuring Design, but it is designed by us at Futuring as well as our clients, and there are so many people. So we are just a small cog in the wheel, and we believe in collaborative working with all our clients. So that's our strength, and because every client brings very different credentials, every different strengths, and that's their primary business. What we bring in is a different perspective. So we have always worked for betterment of products and design which impacts lives. A well-designed product makes a lot of sense for an end consumer. So that has been our primary focus.
So we'd definitely like to see some of your products, Chandu. Can you show us some of your well-designed products?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, here I would like to say something very important, that Futuring company is a winner of Red Dot Design Award, and many international award recognitions are already there.
Wow, that's great.
So let's have a few fantastic images of the products.
Yes.
There are fantastic. I haven't seen gas filling stations like that before, Chandu. What is the concept behind this?
So this is our you can say it's a global platform we designed for a company based out of US. They are global number one in fueling dispensers, barcode route. So this is just got launched. This is, you could say, is future of petrol pumps. Slowly you will start seeing them all around the world. So very different experience, because petrol pumps are not easy to design. Customers keep changing, and world is a big market. So we have to look at how people interact with them, look at every new propositions, ergonomics. There are many aspects of it. So this is the full line which will eventually come. And different countries have different requirements. So it is to cater to those. You can see so many variants coming out.
The Indian kitchen is unique. Our cooking utensils, the shape and size of our kitchens, and the foods we prepare are all unique. European drawers and organizers are just not designed for daily use in an Indian kitchen. That's why at Godrej we decided to invent a new kitchen storage experience for the modern Indian user. Presenting Skiddo, a range of drawers and organizers designed and engineered specially for the Indian kitchen and homemaker. Born out of deep research into Indian kitchen habits, the Skidoo range consists of a system of drawers and organizers, each playing a different role. And together, they take the Indian kitchen from here to here. A perfectly organized, space-saving and elegant kitchen storage environment. The best part is, the Skidoo range is both customizable and scalable, so that you can change things around whenever your needs change. The drawers come in 3 different sizes. Built to last, they are the base that allows you to achieve perfect organization. The organizers precisely fit inside these drawers only. The cutlery organizer cuts away the typical mess to give you a neatly arranged, user-friendly space. Its movable flaps give you options in organizing your kitchen your way. Fixing the problems of odd-shaped cups and top space wastage, the Cup and Saucer Organizer is a design innovation. It can hold all sizes of cups and frees up space for another cup tray on top, while smartly creating some side space too. Your tin and steel containers need not be an eyesore anymore. With the container organizer that has special sliding flaps, letting you choose an arrangement that works for you. A solution to clutter, the Jars and Bottles Organizer lets you arrange your smaller jars and bottles. With 3 trays that bring order and neatness to your jars. And the utter mess of different sized plates all stacked differently, the Thali Organizer is the answer. Just move with special yellow separators to achieve an elegant arrangement of your thalis of all sizes. Storing frying pans meant needless space occupied, and even chipping. The Fry Pan Organizer cures this. Your pans stack intelligently, actually creating extra storage space. Storing woks and kadhais can be so inconvenient. Not with the Skidoo Wok and Kadhai Organizer. Its smart design means you get easy use and efficient space utilization. Flexible to suit your needs, the Skidoo range of drawers and organizers is a revolution for the Indian kitchen. Creating space, increasing your productivity, saving you time and energy with its intelligent and elegant organization. With Skidoo, your kitchen takes its rightful place as the heart of your home. Skidoo, smart kitchen drawers and organizers from Godrej.
Yes.
The fantastic. I mean, we didn't know that Godrej, right? Godrej.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, Godrej has come up with such nice accessories for kitchen. I mean, you are going to get us out of the industry, man. such a nice product you have designed.
So you can say, so as you rightly said, the product is designed for Indian kitchens. It's actually a system design which will help architects, interior designers to see to it that it is able to cater to the Indian requirements. Most of the time, you must have realized that we really don't have products designed for Indian kitchens. So this was one of our very challenging projects, designing products for Indian kitchen, Indian homemakers, designing, manufacturing in India and for India.
Wow.
So it's a purely very immersive experience where we had to look at different cuisine, different people, different styles, different countries, behavioral kind of thing, different cities, and homemakers. So everything is around a homemaker. How do you make a homemaker really function efficiently in the Indian kitchen? So Skidoo is a very good example of our efforts in this space. I hope you guys will like it.
So it's completely make in India.
It's completely in India. Yes.
Wow, that's really great.
And I believe you and your team have spent a lot of time staying at various places, various states of India with housewives.
Yes, we spent, so that's a part of the journey. Industrial design talks about doing research, finding really pain points. So we spent a lot of time with different you can say homemakers, people who cook on weekends, people who cook on everyday basis, early mornings, cooking for children, evenings. So, and our cuisines are very different. A Gujarati style of food is very different. Rajasthan is different. And how do you try to build a system design which is working for a very large part of the country? So yes, we were cooking, we were doing interviews, we were cooking with them, we were staying with them. It was an experience, very long process though, but yes.
And basically is it approved by your home minister?
Yes, of course. So
That's very important.
yeah. So we firmly believe that any problem to be solved should be in the shoes of the problem. You should be able to visualize it yourself as a user. So and as you know, all love to cook. So it works. And it's in the right now. It just got launched, so it will have some good amount of feedbacks coming back. Let's see how it goes.
Wow.
But wherever it has got launched, people have really liked it, and it's doing good. It's doing good thing in the market now.
That's great. Can you have a look at the next video, please?
Yes.
Okay, so Chandu, I would like to know this about electronic lock, which is completely hack-proof. That is a product which you have designed and which is remarkable. And most important, it is 100% make in India. Can you please just explain about it? Because this will inspire a lot of people in the industry, how we can really carry out more products which is make in India.
So electronic mortise lock was an effort from our client side, Godrej Locks, where we wanted to develop something which is very indigenous. As you are aware, we have multinationals in the market. A lot of products come from China, other countries. And but we have taken a challenge upon ourselves, saying that we should be able to design an electronic lock, which is a necessity at our end, because everybody is wanting to shift to electronic lock in a big way. But the point was to see that how you develop completely in India. So as I previously mentioned to you, so there are multiple teams. Featuring design is one of the teams, part of the effort, where the product is completely from electronics to manufacturing to user interface to mapping a behavior as to what are our requirements when it comes to electronic lock. So this also involved a study. So it comes with a remote locking. It comes with a fingerprint reader. It also comes with a digital number keypad. Now, even to look what, so there are multiple kind of old people, young children who are going to use. So what works for us when it comes to purely our requirement is what SpaceTech is all about. So the effort was to enroll to develop a product which is electronic. Electronics is also owned by the client, or you can say it's owned by us in India. They are completely developed indigenously. That's like unheard of situation. So when we design for us, we are in complete ownership of the product. It's very important. So we are that's where product designers a lot of very important role as to where all can you go, how can you produce, at what cost can you produce, and finally it has to be a purely a functional design. So a person who's going to use it at home, wherever on the main door, on the interior door, it should do its job correctly and for many years. So
Yeah,
maybe
it
the
has to
full
be with
electronic
lot of
clock will not
discipline.
replace for 5 years, but it should do
Yeah.
its job. So it was challenging to develop
Yes,
electronics
yes.
and everything,
So it
but
requires a lot of
electronics was
precision.
handled by somebody else. But yes, it's a great effort. Again, you should have a look. It's doing fantastic in the market right now.
Absolutely superb. Okay, so are Godrej they are exporting these locks outside the country, or it is only for Indian market?
As of now, it's sold in India. I don't know much about whether they would like to export, but the product has come out very good. I hope they
So
export it.
hopefully, let's cross the finger that Godrej starts exporting as well, because we import a lot of stuff from some other country. We need a lot of export to also happen.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Another product I remember is about revolutionary refrigerator. So what is that? You have done something different in refrigerator. Can you please show us some images, and if you can explain us little more about it?
Yeah, so refrigerator. So we have been doing refrigerators for many years now. This is what I'm talking to you about is the refrigerator we did in 2005, 2006. This was you can say is also addressing pure needs. So
Mhm.
this also involved a lot of research where we were trying to look at opportunities for people who are, so you buy refrigerators, but is it really useful to you? Many times it doesn't come out very clearly. So the way we use milk, the way our behavior, our habits, the way we store food, the kind of leafy vegetables have to be stored, this involved these studies, and this was an outcome of that project where you could see there were two variants which we developed. It was called Eon, pretty successful products. This was also done for Godrej appliances. This, I think so we had filed for some 6-7 patents for this one, and multiple. It was a challenging project and another milestone in terms of the appliance industry within India.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. So you have many colors in that, or only restricted to few colors?
No, it's always you will have multiple variants. There are more variants. There are even more variety in terms of color. It is called we call it normally the color, material, and finish. So you have different variations because people have different tastes, different country. I mean, as part of the country, we have different tastes all over the country. So you get multiple variants in this.
Fantastic. Yeah, great.
So now we will be going with the other projects. So I'll start. I believe that's not all. I think Chandu, you have designed lot of things which are of daily use to us, and I know that one of your biggest award, the Red Dot Award, is for the stacket, the buckets which you have designed for mainly the rural India. I think we would like to know more about other products.
Yeah, so let's run the slide and then I can. So we have been doing projects for different industries. So this comes under health and beauty products. If you look at the next one, so this is Stacket, which was our own effort to develop a product which solves a problem of a certain kind. So this was to solve a problem of storing water in bathrooms. It's a very common sight. We have water issues. So this bagged the Red Dot Award. So these are simple stackable buckets that they call Stacket. So it stores column of water in the bathroom. It's not obtrusive.
This is beautiful, amazing.
And then we have been doing a lot of work with VIP. This is one of the ranges what we have done for Carlton. Yes, and I'm going to show you another small film. So this is very important to know that architect I've designed products for the building and construction industry. So this is these are range of mortise blocks for all the architecture and building industry. So them are
sorry, but we didn't see these kind of locks in India. I think, and these are the game changers.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they have been there. Mortise is a very big range now, and I think so. It matters to a lot of homemakers. Everybody who's looking at different propositions. There's enough and more variety. So we have been developing absolutely indigenously owned design. So they all are design registered. You can buy them off the shelf market now.
Fantastic. All the products are so elegant and beautifully designed and crafted.
So so as an industrial designer, we are also involved in doing products which are not, you can't say which are not for consumers directly, but these are meant for businesses. So they are known as products for B2B. They are professional products. So street lamps, healthcare products. There's some of them what you can see. Street lamps are very important for an urban design solution to have a city well lit. And it's a very challenging project. This is one of the projects what we have done many years back.
So this street light is with the solar plate, or it is just a normal street light?
No, it's a normal grid. It's not a normal grid.
So there is no solar connectivity at all.
No. So you normally have a power grid which is solar grid, but these are the street lamps with energy saving streets.
Design is beautiful, very modern, and it looks very elegant. Kind of aerodynamic kind of look is there. Amazing.
So what I will say here is, so when we look at future design, when we look at products, we just don't look at it from the outside, but we look at completely from inside. So that's our strength. So we are at the core of understanding as to how washing machines run, and we'll develop products which are functionally very superior. So if it involves designing a impeller, designing a cycle, the wash cycle design, system design kind of thing. So that's our strength. So it's not, many times people have this thing about design is all about purely about aesthetics as to how product looks. It's not exactly like that. You will have to deep dive into product and see how do you make it efficiently working wise as well as
So fantastic products, Chandu, but we would definitely like to see your place where this creation happens. I believe your workplace is as fantastic as your products are.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an interesting place. I'll show you some images of that. So that's our design studio. It's into 3 trees. It's a very open environment. We have a very different talent pool which across 3 along with the workshop. This is our boardroom, presentation area, office in the morning hours. We start working at 7 o'clock. That's during the day hours.
Beautiful office. It doesn't look like you are in India. Wow, this is amazing.
We can see a lot of bicycles out there.
Yes, so a lot of cyclists in the office. We also manufacture. We also have startup of our own, which is into making performance cycle. So these are meant for high speed racing. This is a normal day for us where the discussion rooms are busy. That's how we conduct small sessions for aspiring designers in our office whenever they visit. We firmly believe that without great solitude, no serious work can happen. So featuring designers, that's the reason why we have such a large space. People have their own space to think and to get some interesting propositions.
Yeah, Chandu, I could see amazing creativity of yours and your office setup, and I saw a lot of enthusiasm. In fact, whenever you are talking with us during this whole process, I see huge energy within your team members, and you were talking about they always remain motivated when they are working with you. So this is very close to my heart question. How do you really keep motivating your team? So what is the secret? And you were talking something about brainstorming session in your company. So how does it work? Can you please really explain, because this is something which I'm sure everybody would like to know.
So I'll show you one of the slides. Just run the next one, and then both of us, me and Shanti, everybody as a designer in the office is involved in day-to-day activity, including finding solution. So whenever we have a problem statement, this is how the office works. We will have brainstorming sessions where we will try to. So everybody has to come up with a proposition as to how we can solve a problem, not in whole, but maybe in parts. So this is how we sit together and we would do brainstorming sessions. So this is a very standard activity and we enjoy this bit, I would say, at our end.
And then you have a short video of the brainstorming, right?
Yes.
So you can play that video. So Chandu, why should one take up industrial design for masters? And does it really help architecture and interior design as well, or it's the total different stream?
Well, I have looked at this program as a very, very self-awakening program. It does help. If a product, so everything you can classify as product. If your buildings can become as product, furniture is a product. So 2 years taking up this actually allows you to think in a different way. You have excellent mentors who are able to channelize your energies, channelize the way you think. You might not be doing eventually a product design when you finish it, but I have seen architects becoming better product designers. In fact, my journey was also of a similar kind. Your sensitivity builds. You become very, very rational oriented towards what you're doing. It's a great program. I think so. It helps, and I've seen people worldwide, architects whose work I admire. They might not have done industrial design, but their work speaks of methods and should think about pursuing a master's in digital design if one person has to think about what he can do in a longer way, in a much better way.
And you always say that yours is a invention company and it's not the innovation. So what is the difference between invention and innovation?
So when we started, we were an industrial design company, purely consulting on you can say innovation. You innovate on an existing idea or innovate on something which is there right now. But over the years, what has happened is we have been involved in doing absolutely new things, be it system design, be it a problem solving. So if the problem exists and there's no solution, we strive towards finding a solution. It could be in a mechanism, it could be in a wash cycle technique or something like that. So now a lot of our projects focus on inventions that involves patents and things like that. So it's a very it's a great journey, I would say. In some way or the other, you are questioning almost anything and everything as to why do you want to use the existing system if you kind of find a better system to do it. So that's how Futuring Design has been doing over the years now.
And what is design exactly for you? What is the process you follow for the design?
Yeah, so if you look at, so I'll run through a small set of images. What is designed to be is finding a solution, so these are different tools what we look at. So I'm still sketching in the studio. Every aspect of design has to undergo, so even if you're doing a small knob, if it's of a correct size, that is designed. So that might not be a dimension to you, but it could be just a feel of a knob. If you look at doing craftsmanship, if you're able to put parts together in a very so if the product starts looking, if it looks like it's a well-made product, that's also a very good quality of design. This is how we look at making prototypes in the office. This is CNC machine. These are some of the, so if I'm doing a mortized block like this, the guys in the office would design it, sketch it, machine it out, and then finally you have to assemble it to see to it as to how it's going to work. Including, so the pictures what I'm showing you right now is of a prototype. So this doesn't work, but it's a full scale made in actual materials with whatever you see inside. This is an actual food. So this is craftsmanship. So we at Futuring Design, we really focus on craftsmanship. So even focusing on quality of light, quality of surface, materials, touch and the feel of the product matters a lot. So it's a very, very vast field, and one has to be very sensitive towards every aspects of it, and that is what Futuring Design strives for. So even if you look at how materials have to be treated, if I look at sheet metal, how do you actually see to it that sheet metal behaves in a certain way that the product gets made? So manufacturing processes are very dear to us. We strive towards finding how to make a product using an existing manufacturing technique in a much better way. So every designer in the office or engineer in the office dabbles into making things by on his hand. Simple things like baskets. This is a prototype where for a washing machine. Even circuit boards. I mean, if we dabble into electronics, we should be able to make circuit boards on our own and see to it that how mechanisms work. Even experimenting into material finishes as to if I want a really nice anodized finish, how is it possible to do it? So working with chemical engineers to figure out as to how it can be done. So this is workshop activities where we are trying to make a bench for NGMA. That's the workshop. So at every aspect of it, a designer is involved in looking at the small bits in the office. So these are some of this. The pictures talk about that. Yeah. So for me, design is not one thing, but an amalgamation of a lot of things that I just showed you in terms of pictures.
Oh, great, Chandu. Amazing products you have. And I am sure there is a lot to see more. But the way you are working, the scale in which you are working, and the kind of corporate giants you are working with, I'm sure there are a lot of commitment is happening from your end, and at the same time you must be having a lot of pressure from all these manufacturers, and they are not a small people. So how do you give a break to yourself, because you are working with under tremendous pressure, which I can understand. The way we are trying to even communicate also, it's very difficult. And we are all fortunate to see Mr. Chandu over this screen, but he is very difficult to get. His commitment is so high with his client. So I just want to know, how do you really give break to yourself? What kind of hobbies you have? Can you please explain? This is something very
So,
important for me.
so I like what I'm doing in the office, but if you look at my hobbies, they are also in continuation with whatever I was doing in the childhood. So I love to paint. I love to paint. I love to sketch. I experiment on medium. So it's not a very specific day, but the day could start with that. I'm avid, so I spend a lot of time trekking. So whenever I get time, I will see to it that I go for a long trek. I'm also an avid motorcyclist, so weekend drives are a passion for me. So these are some of the pictures. I am also an experimental, you can say, spend time on doing experimental landscape. So within office premises, if I'm able to take out some time and do some landscapes every year, we try something new. Some picture of that or growing mushrooms in the office as part of it is part of the landscape. So these are some of my hobbies.
Yeah. Amazing. This is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Chandu, it was amazing to see your journey and the creation. But really, the young brigade who is watching this episode, what is your take, your message to this, especially young brigade?
I think so. It's not to do with just youngsters, but people who aspire to be in the field of design and architecture. There has to be there's nothing known as start or stop. You are experimenting all throughout your life. So every project is an experimentation of a certain kind because you are discovering yourself. So I think so. Having that ability to discover oneself is very crucial for a designer, and that is what I really want them to do. Travel as much as you can. I don't know how it's going to happen right now in COVID, but at work you should be experimental to the really core. You don't have to always get stagnated. You should learn new things. There are enough and more things happening around us that is very important. So I feel that's what makes a good designer what he is.
Do you ever feel that you miss architecture, being an architect?
Yes, I do miss being an architect. When I see some really amazing restaurants coming up, fantastic buildings coming up, workplaces, it's fascinating to see because it's fascinating to see, especially factories. I am really fascinated by those. Yes, I do miss doing at least a building. Let's see, maybe I will do a building once in my lifetime. Let's see. I don't know.
Grass is always greener on the other side. Ketan and me, we are thinking, oh, what are we doing in architecture? I mean, just design a coffee table or something like that, and we feel the product. And you are way beyond that.
Yeah, even if I design one coffee table or center table, we feel we are a product designer. But today, I have realized it is not that we are doing product designing. We are just doing interior designing.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. So great, Chandu. On a closing note, I would like to really thank you. But I must tell you, your entire presentation was absolutely mesmerizing. And Future in Design, I've realized it's truly innovation company. And speaking to you has really opened up my eyes, not only my eyes, but it is absolutely an aspiring for the new talent. And let me tell you, Chandu, you are unstoppable. Unbelievable creativity you have a great potential, and you have opened up eyes for everyone. And I'm feeling so proud to see the kind of product what you are designing, and most of them are made in India. So thank you so much for coming on this IDEC platform and helping us to uh, give a lot of insights about you and your company. So thank you, Ketan. Thank you, Chandu, and thank you, IDEC.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, and see you in the next episode of Not Just an Architect. Cheers.
Cheers.